Hey folks, Glenn May here with BassResource.com, and welcome to another edition of Hank Parker's Fishing Tips. We're sitting there hanging out in Hank's boat and answering your questions. Here's a question, Hank. It's from Henry Dover from Enumclaw, Washington. And he says, Hank, if you know a fisherman that's caught a lot of fish that day, what's the most important question can you ask him? And he has a couple of different, it's a multi-choice question. Would you ask him, what time of day did you catch him on? What lure were you using? Were you fishing shallow or deep? What part of the lake were you fishing? Or what depth were you fishing?
Well, I think all of the above can be applicable, and I think it depends on what you know that's going on to build off of to get the information that's going to help you the best. I'll give you a very quick, crude illustration. If you're going down the bank and you're fishing and you're not catching any fish, and you see a boat approaching you, and you see them catch a fish, and then you see them catch another fish, and maybe another fish, and boy, they're catching them and you're not. So you pull up and you say, hey man, how y'all doing? They said, man, we're killing them. Well, that is awesome. What are you catching them on? Catch them on a crankbait. A lot of times the next question somebody's going to ask is, what color? Well, what is way more than what color is, man, how deep a crankbait? What type of crankbait? Is it got a wide wobble or a tight wiggle? How are you fishing it? What kind of structure are you fishing around? How fast are you fishing? Are you catching them when you pause the bait, or are you catching them when you're bulling into the bottom? How are you fishing this particular bait? Those are the questions that are the most important that help me determine what I need to be doing to catch those fish, far more than what color. And that's usually the next question. Catch them on a crankbait. Oh, what color? Well, what difference does it make what color it is if you're not using a crankbait that runs deep enough to fish the way the guy that's catching the fish? So there's a lot of questions and you need to get them in order. And the right question for you to ask is based on what you already know. If time of day is the most important thing because you know what the lake's doing, then that's a good question to ask. So it varies, and you ask the question that most favors what you already know.
Well, that's a great answer, Henry. I do hope that answers your question. And for more tips and tricks like this, visit hankparker.com and check out all the tips and the tricks. Check out all the videos that are there. There's a whole lot of information that'll keep you occupied for days on end. I guarantee you. And if you want to get notified the next time we post some of Hank's tips, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.